Hey, it's Herbert. And you're listening to the About Last Night podcast, you slippery little son of a bitch.
About last night.
Well. We meet again. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the About Last Night podcast. Can you see me dressed from head to toe in Seahawks gear? That's right, because it's almost football season. Dude, guys all over the country are getting huge boners to that song. I'm in my Chubbies Seahawks shorts and polo. I got to be honest, this shit is. They sent me this stuff to wear me. Like, if you like it, we'll sponsor the pod. I'm obsessed with it. I might be living in this. This might be who I am now. It's just, I mean, it's soft, meshy, like breathable, comfy. I mean, it looks like pajamas, but I'd wear this to a party. I might wear this on stage. Fuck it, dude. Fuck it. We'll do it live. Man, imagine being Bill O'Reilly. Imagine having a meltdown on air and then still just having a show after that and being like not fazed by the clip being viral and everyone's seen it. I mean, but I guess if you're a political pundit, as they say, or a media analyst, this day and age, I mean, podcasters are the same. You look at some of the big shows, like there's some podcasts that thrive on clickbaity clips, They want to say something fucked up or have a guest on where they kind of razz them in a way to where it's just like, and then, the picture of them on the thumb being like, and then the fucking title's like, do you believe what he said? And you're like, I got to watch it to believe it, I guess. So, Chubbies, shout out. I think chubbiesshorts.com, promo code ABOUT to get anything like this. Their swim trunks are my favorite. They've got short shirts. They're the fucking shit. Chubbiesshorts.com, promo code ABOUT. Well, we're here. We're doing it. We're doing a live episode. I'm in Seahawks gear because I fly to Seattle today to broadcast, along with Steve Rabel and Dave Wyman, the Seahawks-Chiefs preseason game on Friday night in Seattle. What? Now, I'm excited. I want to be a sports broadcaster as a kid. This is a huge deal for me. I'm going to practice tomorrow. I'm going to practice Thursday. I'm going to a production meeting. I thought at first, Joel McHale told me, hey man, you're just going to be like making jokes, bullshitting and all that. I come to find, no. I'm in the booth like calling like adding analysis and being a participant with the other broadcasters for the game. Football is a fast moving sport. There's not a lot of time for stories and all that sort of bullshit. It's not like baseball. We've got time to let the game come to you, and you can breathe and you can bullshit in between, especially on TV. But on radio, you got to just call the game. So we'll see how this goes. I need to get real familiar with the Seahawks. I know a handful of the players, but there's a lot of new guys, and I don't know who the fuck they are. So TBD, TMI, HPV, HPVO. So it'll be Friday, Seahawks, Chiefs. Listen to the game. Me, Steve Rabel, Dave Wyman. That'll be exciting. Being up in Seattle will be great. I told my nephew, who's 10 years old, that I was going to take him, and he started crying. He's a tough kid. He's the son of my white rapper brother-in-law, Dirte, and he's a tough kid. He's the fucking smack your dick, like and subscribe. He's always on a scooter or a bike, and he's always like flexing on you and talking shit. But yeah, I told him I'm taking him to the practice and be up close and personal. Tour the facility. Maybe my boy Sammy Darnold will throw him a couple passes. Who knows? But he started crying. And you forget that kids are kids. He's 10 years old. He might be tough on the outside, but he's still 10 years old. He's been on the planet for 10 years old. It's not crazy. I'm 43. When he found out I was going to be 43, he was like, "Whoa, you're going to die soon." And I was like, that sucks. You're about to go to high school, so statistically, maybe you are. There's a lot of shootings. which is wild. But we're not going to talk about that because this is a comedy podcast. But there are shows that give you a little bit of both. I know what I know. I don't know what I don't know. RFK. I know I don't like that. I know I don't like that. When they were hiring a department head for the health department, do you think they were like, we got a guy with a dead worm in his brain and we got a guy without a dead worm in his brain? Which one do we want to go with? And the guy without the dead worm was like, well, I've been serving the public health department for 25 years. I was before that I was the guy who basically put the ratings for all restaurants. So I've been making sure that the health standards are up to code for 2 decades plus. Okay, what about you, sir? I got a vanilla frappuccino last week, and it tasted like the inside of an autistic kid's foot. We're going to go with you. Again, I know what I don't. I know what I don't. I can't even get the fucking saying right. I don't know what I don't know, but I know I don't like that. Tomato, Ray Romano, we are living in a day and age where there's just so much coming at you, dude. Tsunami warnings. There was a tsunami warming. There could have been a tsunami warming. Global tsunami warming. We got these tsunami warns, and people were kind of freaking out. It's so funny to see like wild weather warnings because the triple W, because no one really freaks out. Everyone's like, dude, I'm not going to get fucking a tsunami's going to take me out, really? But then that's always when it does, like, all of a sudden you look out your window and there's just a fucking starburst tidal wave coming towards you. But I don't think anyone in the States I don't think tsunamis have really, especially in California, that's where we were getting the main warnings. But I, like most, were not fazed or affected. I was like, let me know when it's at the front door. But I know some people that were going to Costco and stocking up. They were like, the tsunami's coming. Have you gone to the Costco to get granola bars? The tsunami's coming. Did you get all your favorite DVDs lined up in case the electricity goes out, but you still have a way to charge the DVD player and you can watch all the movies that you like? The tsunami's coming. Did you go to the sex shop and buy all the dildos in case you can't see anything, but you still want to have a little fun? I mean, earthquakes, check. We got those. Those are scary. When you get that earthquake shake, not to be confused with the Shamrock Shake. I mean, I've definitely been a part of some earthquakes over 6 and 7 where you're like, oh, the ground is going to open up and we're all just going to fall in it, which would be a terrifying way to go. If the ground right now just opened up and we just fell in it, I'd be so pissed. I'd be so fucking pissed, dude. But, we live in LA and the weather is kind and nice and sunny. And I'm going back to Seattle where it's beautiful right now. But the weather will take a turn. The weather will take a turn and it'll get gloomy and dark. But you need variety. You need variety to appreciate the good. You need the bad to appreciate the good. And you need the good to appreciate the bad. Who said that? Tony Robbins? Oprah? Callista Flockhart? I don't fucking know. Callista Flockhart's married to Harrison Ford. He's in his 80s. She's not. Al Pacino's 82. Had his 4th kid. His girl, I think, is 30. Wow. A 52-year difference? To which Diddy said, big deal. We did our last Dr. Phil show. What a run. Last Dr. Phil show was in Cape Cod, August 7th. Feels kind of anticlimactic. People were like, dude, how do you feel? It's over. It's done. It is done. We have an announcement for one last big Phil show. It'll be in Los Angeles in December. I can't say it yet because tickets aren't on sale yet, but it's going to be in LA at a big venue. And it's going to be one last... Ugh! Fuck. Wow, dude. Wow. That was like Michael Jackson propofol coma level yawn. Ooh. Didn't sleep well last night. We'll get back to that. Last Dr. Phil, Cape Cod, August 7th, the Cape Cod Melody Tent. We did it. Josh Wolf, Chris Red, Joey McIntyre from New Kids on the Block. What a cool thing to do the Dr. Phil show in the round. The tent was amazing. It was one of those outdoor venues that feels like it's on a campground. People were fucked up. For those of you who came to the Cape Cod Melody Tent on August 7th for the last Dr. Phil Live, the energy was hot, and people were fucking lit up, dude. Cape Cod's like an hour and change north of Boston. It's, out near Nantucket and Martha's Vineyard, and people are sneezing and queefing and diarrheaing and just with no cares in the world, dude. They got money and fucking lobster rolls, and there's white people, and everyone's having a good time, but people got fucked up at this show. But we had a good time. Video coming soon on that show. But that's it. We did almost 50 Dr. Phil shows. Scratch that. I think almost 60. 2 years of it. And onward to the next thing. I want to take all that time and energy and put it into something else. I don't want to, as much as it is fun and going on the road and the shows are a blast, and it is a little bittersweet to be pulling the plug on it, but I want to do that before it feels like it's not fun anymore. And we've been taping a documentary on this entire 2025 tour, and we're going to start getting into that and putting that together. So that'll be exciting. I can't wait for you guys to see that. Hopefully on a big streamer, who knows? And if not, just on my YouTube, which is, arguably maybe a cooler spot for it anyway. But Josh Wolf, legendary storyteller, was so good on the Phil show. He's got a new special out called Campfire on YouTube. Go check that out. Joey McIntyre, New Kids on the Block. What can you say? Pop star. Girls were playing with themselves to him when he was 15. Just a sweetheart, super funny. If you forget that musicians can be funny and that they're people too, but Joe's got a real sharp comedy wit, and I sang "Please Don't Go Girl" to an older couple in the crowd. Kissed a man. I kissed a man. What's that from? Ace Ventura. What part is it? And he goes, Lois Einhorn, who's also Ray Finkel, goes, "What would you know about pressure?" And he goes, "Well, I have kissed a man." So good. I gotta rewatch that. Jim Carrey, I know, is like off and on Instagram and kind of real spiritual and stepping back from the limelight, but goddamn, I wish he'd step back into it. Jim Carrey was probably the first true comedic influence I can recognize. Robin Williams, Adam Sandler, Eddie Murphy, Chris Farley, John Belushi, for sure. But Jim Carrey, where I was like, oh my God, this is the funniest person I think I've ever seen in my entire life. You want to talk about a dream Dr. Phil guest? For that last big LA show in December, I'm swinging for the fences, dude. If you think I'm not going to try to get Jim Carrey, you're out of your fucking mind. But yeah, comment below. What have been your favorite parts of the Dr. Phil run? We're going to put together a best of and put it on the YouTube shortly. But what are your faves? What are your favorite moments? Was it Jason Biggs and the Pie fucking to the Goo Goo Dolls in New York? Was it the Wayne Brady Christmas song? Was it Nikki Glazer and Whitney Cummings and the Period Simulator? Was it Bobby Lee and Andrew Santino? Was it Bill Burr, appearance number 1 or appearance number 2? So many highlights. Was it Mark Summers in the Double Dare game? Was it Jay Leno? Was it smoking weed with Steve Urkel? Was it... We did an episode with Dave Chappelle at the Yellow Springs, Ohio Firehouse, Dave Chappelle Comedy Club, and hopefully that gets released soon. I'm going back to Dave's camp for his birthday in a couple weeks and doing shows out at the Pavilion outdoors. And he told me we're going to talk about trying to release some of the photos and pictures. Bro, I cannot wait to show you guys some of the action from that weekend. Just incredible. I mean, Dave... It's one of my favorite comics of all time. He's one of many people's favorite comics of all time, and just to be sitting on that stage with him as Phil was wild. But I want so badly for people to see the magic that was that show. So we'll see. But he's protective about the rollout of the club, and I dig that. You don't want to show everybody everything at once. Which try telling that to Instagram, who just released a thing where it says, They just now made everyone's locations like accessible. Did you see that? Instagram, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck are you doing? What are you doing, Instagram? Just making everyone's locations. I mean, bro, that is a wild move. I mean, I'm, I've got 800-some-thousand followers. You got people with billions and millions and whose locations should definitely not be accessible. We had a little stalker run in recently. Somebody driving by my house taking pics. Thinking about getting a gun. Last time I shot a gun was duck hunt. Before that, it was killing a couple whores in Grand Theft Auto. Too soon. Now I'm trying to figure out what to do. Should I get a gun? Should I get some training? Should I just buy a gun and wing it? I don't know. I feel like also I'd be too... You've seen too many cool movies with cool guys shooting guns and they say something really cool when they shoot the gun, like, you picked the wrong Sunday to skip church. Or, hey, welcome to the bullet factory. Want to suck my ass? I don't know. Like they always say something, Ryan Gosling always with two guns, like, time to pay the piper, Hey, you ever been killed by a hot guy that you might be secretly gay for? I don't know what that movie that's from, but I would want to say something cool as I shoot the guy. And so if I'm thinking of that, man, too much time has gone by. Boom, bullet to the face, which arguably is the worst place to get shot. Actually, you know what? Let's poll the audience. Shot in the dick or the face? What's worse? Probably the face, because that's near the brain, and if they hit the brain, that's a wrap. But, dude, you get your dick shot off, I don't know how you're coming back from that. Everyone knows, first of all, if you're a comedian, you get your dick shot off, you got to talk about that on stage. And then, because comedians got to talk about their lives. You got to bring what's happening off stage on stage. You don't have to, but it is cathartic, and it's we've been blessed with this way of looking at life, to look at the dark side and make it light, to take tragedy and make it funny. So I would think making fun of it would make you a little more, accepting of the fact that your penis is gone. What do they do? Do they paste on another one? Paste. Staple. What do they do? They sew probably a new dick on, but then how does that new dick, does it just attach to all the nerves and the place where pee, like your bladder? Does the new dick know that, like, your new dick moves out, right? And now the bladder's sitting there, and all of a sudden, new dick rolls into the neighborhood, and the bladder's like, yo, who's this? And the new dick's like, hey, I'm a new dick. And the bladder's like, what's up, dude? You good? Where are you coming from? I was in a hospital. I was from a dead guy. I'm a dead dick, but hopefully I'll get connected with you guys and be hanging out for a while. And the bladder and wherever cum comes from is all like, nah, dude, we were cool with the old dick, but you don't seem legit. And he's like, yeah, I mean, I told you I'm from a dead guy. I don't know if they can take dead dicks and put them on new bodies. If I was Joe Rogan, I'd be like, Jamie, look that up. Dead dicks on new bodies. I looked like Joe Rogan when I was taking off all my Phil stuff. I had the bald cap on, just a bald cap, and my makeup artist goes, can you do a Joe Rogan? And I go, oh shit, oh, that's fucking, well, no, the thing about right now, what, dude, it's fucking great, dude, the set, dude, they were crushing last night, fucking murdering. I don't know if that sounds like Joe or not. I don't think I would do that on Kill Tony. I don't think. Somebody wants me to do Red Band on Kill Tony. People have been asking me to do Jeffrey Epstein on Kill Tony. Hey, no. If I did do Jeffrey Epstein, it'd be like, the funny take would be like making him, like, I'd have him dress like in almost like a FUBU jumpsuit and being like really nice to people and just make him so normal, because that's like a funny take. But I wouldn't want to normalize him because he's a fucking rapist, pedophile, psycho. But then at some point I'd just be like, the joke would be to have him be really nice, and then out of nowhere just be like, what are you doing later? What's going on? Do you have any friends? Like, just saying fucked up, weird, creepy shit, but like, you can't even get into that, dude. You're gonna normalize a rapist, pedophile? That ain't for me. And what a wild thing that people are like, that's your next character. I'm like, Jesus Christ. I got to stop dressing up as I'm sitting here in a full Chubbies onesie, which you can get at chubbyshorts.com, promo code ABOUT. Comfiest shirts and shorts I think I've ever worn, and I'm not just saying that. Dr. Phil Live, done. What did you think? What was your favorite ep? Would you come to a show again? We're thinking about putting together shows, maybe doing a Florida run next year, maybe another Midwest run. There's a lot of cities we didn't hit, Montana, Idaho. Comment below. You happy it's done? You want it to continue? What were your favorite parts? Save the hate. If you just want to say like it sucked, I never was into it, just send me a DM and don't put that publicly, dude. Be a real man or woman and send me a DM. Actually, send me a video of you saying it in front of your kid. Then I'll fucking play it on the show. How about that? But it was a blast. And that's the thing, dude. You can't do anything to please other people. It sounded fun to me, and I tried doing it, and it, caught on, and people wanted to fuck with it, and people enjoyed it, and I had a blast. The live shows were insane. The energy of the live shows, I'll never see that again. That's crazy. I mean, you see people go nuts when comics come out on stage. But these Phil shows, I felt like a fucking rock star. And then with the intro and the way I ran out on stage, I mean, just fire, dude. So, God, from the bottom of my heart, everyone that came to a live Dr. Phil live show, from the Comedy Store to on the road, Kansas City, Chicago, Portland, Seattle, New York, Indianapolis, Cleveland, Vegas, San Francisco, Dallas. I mean, come on. Unbelievable. Utah, San Diego, Boston, Nashville, Atlanta. Thank you to everybody that came to a show. And we will be hopefully getting that documentary cut soon so you guys can relive all the magic and see the behind-the-scenes stuff. I mean, we have a 30-minute, 2-camera bit that Ken Jeong did when he was in Vegas as Mr. Chow. There's so much stuff like that to keep in. And we have so many episodes still to drop. I mean, we are backlogged with like 20 episodes right now. So stay subscribed to my YouTube channel, youtube.com/AdamRayComedy. The Dr. Phil Live from Boston just dropped last week with Julian Edelman from the New England Patriots, Matt Rife, and Cam Patterson. It's a banger episode. We got some musical crowd work on that episode that is fire. I posted a clip with this guy singing from the Olive Garden, an employee at the Olive Garden singing with me in the crowd, and that shit popped off. I think it's at 1 million views on TikTok and Instagram. But that stuff really, going into the crowd for the Phil shows, really elevated things. I started doing that pretty early on, and we just were like, that's got to be almost every show. So I had my boy Avery Pearson do a handful of shows, had my buddy Joel from the Goddamn Comedy Jam do Austin. We had the Kill Tony Band in Nashville, which that episode is out as well with Jelly Roll, Tony Hinchcliffe, David Lucas, and Chelsea Lynn. Next week is a wild episode. Maybe one of my faves of the entire tour. Dr. Phil Live from Indianapolis, the Murat Theater, with Mark Norman, Joe List, Rory Scovel, and Donnell Rawlings. Donnell Rawlings, Rory, first-time appearances, and just murdered. And Mark and Joe List together are like fucking Bert and Ernie, dude. Bert and Ernie, the comedy version. I mean, the whole episode, top to bottom. The crowd work up top was fun and fire. I think we had a proposal on that one. It's one of my favorite episodes. It comes out next week, August 21st. So subscribe, youtube.com/AdamRayComedy. Man. Hey guys, Adam Ray here for the About Last Night podcast. Do you ever start something small and realize, it's isn't small at all? That's how this podcast started. I wasn't talking about my penis. I'm talking about just me, a mic, and a dream, a whole lot of chaos. And if you've ever launched your own business, well, you know the heart and soul of it takes place right here, inside your heart and soul. There's no such thing as small decisions. When you're trying to build something real, that's why I love what Shopify does, because they get it. They were a small business once, and now look at them, dude. They're the platform powering millions of people and all sorts of businesses and entrepreneurs and cha-ching, and we love all that. Don't cancel me. But Shopify's point of sale system is your one-stop command center. It unifies online and in-store opportunities across up to 1,000 locations. Whether you're customers are buying online or picking up in store, or maybe they just want it shipped to grandma's house. Not my house. I'm making cookies. Shopify's making it smooth and simple, and let's be honest, getting new customers is pricey. Shopify POS helps you keep the ones you've got with personalized experiences and first-party data that gives you, your marketing team, some serious ammo. Real results, too, according to EY. Don't know what that is, but they say that businesses on Shopify POS saw a 22% better total cost of ownership and an average 8.9% lift in sales. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, man, that's real money, okay? Show me the money, and they will. Get all the big stuff for your small businesses right here with Shopify. Sign up right now for your $1 per month trial and start selling today at shopify.com/aboutlastnight. That's right, shopify.com/aboutlastnight. Shopify.com, say it with me, About Last Night. This episode of the About Last Night podcast is sponsored by Betterhelp. Guys, let's talk wellness for a second. If there's one thing I love, it's wellness. Lately, it feels like there's a life hack for everything. Cold plunges, mushroom coffee, staring into the sun for motivation. It's how you get rid of COVID. But real talk, when you're scrolling through all that advice, it's easy to feel like you're doing everything wrong. I know sometimes I need to talk to somebody who really knows what they're doing. You know, a real person, not a guy named Chad with a ring light and an opinion, or maybe a bot, a Russian bot. You ever talk to a Russian bot and pour out your problems and tell them all your weird porn hobby? Whether you're going through something major or just you want to fine-tune that machine inside your heart, talking it out helps. Therapy is something you can do for yourself. It can teach you how to set boundaries, manage stress, and just be a better version of yourself. BetterHelp has over 30,000 therapists and helped over 5 million people globally. It's the world's largest online therapy platform. You can connect with someone from your phone, your tablet, truly wherever you are. And you can switch therapists at any time. If you don't like the guy's face or the girl's voice, tell them to fuck off and get somebody else. As the largest online therapy provider in the world, BetterHelp can help you provide yourself with access to mental health professionals and a diverse variety of expertise. Talk it out with BetterHelp. My listeners right now, you, the About Last Night listeners, get 10% off your first month at betterhelp.com/aboutlastnight. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/aboutlastnight. So we're transitioning, end of Phil. Got a show I'm going to be trying to make here with a big production company that will give us a really great shot to make a TV show, so fingers crossed. And we got some Jeremy content coming at you. Again, subscribe to my YouTube. We dropped Joel McHale and Jeremy on Jeremy's house yesterday. That's up on my YouTube. Jeremy interviews Adam Devine in a couple weeks. And Jeremy did a couple spots at the Comedy Store. Check. Be on the lookout for those. Just throwing darts, man. For those of you that are like, this character sucks, Phil was fuck, or I love this character, Phil sucks. It's all gravy, baby. It's all throwing darts. Just as somebody that likes to try things and be creative, not everything's going to hit. Is it fun for me? Yeah. And everything starts with something. I mean, even in your act, I did this story last night for the first time on stage. Crushed on the first show, did not on the second. So back to the drawing board as far as trying to find the beats and the meat beats, the beat meat. Nope. But man, the Comedy Store last night was fire. Holy shit. Main room, late. I went, I think, an hour and 20 into the show, and just, oh my God. It was a fire lineup. Whitney Cummings, Mark Maron, Robbie Hoffman, Justin Martindale. Just bangers, top to bottom. The main room at the Comedy Store, you really can't. The OR is people say is the best room in comedy. Low ceiling, intimate, holds little less than 200. The main room at the Comedy Store, sometimes people are like, it's so presentational and you got to kill. I feel very exploratory when I'm up there. Maybe I've just done so many shows there now with Phil that I've riffed so much that I feel real comfy on that stage. And but it's so different as Phil or as me. I see the crowd and the whole room differently. Obviously, not through makeup and a bald cap, but had a blast last night, man. I just fucking love the Comedy Store so much. The staff is so great. It's so welcoming. It's so warm. There's a grit to it still. The energy is always high. Even last night, just 2 shows going on. I think the belly room might have been dark, but And the patio was a little quiet post shows. On the weekends, usually it's pretty wild. Saturday was packed and the energy was insane. But yeah, last night was really fun. Monday's a great night for comedy. I don't know. It's something about the start of the week and going to a show on a Monday. What a move. Kudos to anyone who does stand up on a Monday. That you're setting yourself up for a great week. You're laughing, you're feeling good on the Monday. Monday is traditionally case of the Mondays, and you wake up and you're like, I guess I won't kill myself till fucking next Monday. I got a birthday party to go to. Whatever it is, it's just people look at Mondays with so much disdain, you know? Sunday is so great, but always Sunday night, everyone's like, fuck, dude, Monday. We gotta find a way to turn Monday into like at least like a Thursday. Monday will never be Friday, you know? Because even Monday on the 3-day weekend, if you get Monday off, you're going back Tuesday. So you can't fully enjoy Monday. Sunday on the 3-day weekend, Sunday's where it's at, dude. Give me a Sunday on a 3-day weekend all day. Friday, Saturday, yeah, dude, you can go hard. Sunday, dude. Sunday's the unexpected sleeper pick, dude. Sunday's the little engine that could. Sunday is the 3-legged dog that showed up on your doorstep, you know, with chomping at the bit, peanut butter already on its mouth. That's Sunday. Ready to go. Ready to party. DFW, down for whatever. Time flies. Time flies. Kids. My wife and I are thinking about kids. I don't know. There's all these things. We're thinking about having kids. We go back and forth. We went to Lilo and Stitch. There were 1,000 kids, all under the age of 5. It was great birth control. Every kid is sneezing and queefing, and they got diarrhea on their shoes and maxed out on their eyebrows, and they got Asperger's and cheeseburgers. They're off their meds and on the spectrum. And one kid was just like, just because he was bored. You know, even Stitch in the movie was like, shut the fuck up. You know? And but then you see a real cute kid and you go, fuck. You see a cute kid like on TikTok look at its dad for the first time and smile. But then you see some kids and you're like, that kid, say it with me, came from the butt. There's some butt babies out there. There's also some babies that look like they're 74 as babies. I don't want an old man baby. You know who you are? Babies, you know who you are. Parents, you know that's your kid that looks like an old man. I don't know if it just came out the wrong lip or the guy when they delivered the baby, like it hit a speed bump or went through a warp zone in Mario Brothers style or fucking went back in time, or maybe the baby is a spirit. Maybe it's come back. Maybe it's an old man. Maybe it's a grandparent that's coming back as the baby. Either way, your baby has a cigar and a newspaper and a fedora, and they love Werther's Originals. So I don't want old Babyface. Not old Babyface the singer. Old Babyface, I love. Dude, I'll take new Babyface. Great musician. I don't want my baby to have old Babyface. But we're thinking about it. My wife is privy to all the things. I got to get 15 minutes of sunlight a day. It's good for the baby's skin. And then, I got to start taking more prenatal vitamins because they'll get the baby going. It'll be good for the baby's vitamins skin. And then, if we want the baby to be black, I have to fuck a black guy. Then I turn to Tim Taylor. But, you got to read the books. You got to watch the TikToks. There's so much. I'm terrified, by the way. I'll say this, terrified to be a dad. Not because my folks split. Her folks split too. Sounds like a great household to raise a baby. But I'm just scared, man. Every new dad I meet is like, yeah, no, it's great. I haven't slept in a year, but no, it's great. Yeah, no, I love my kid. I love my kid. No, what's up? What'd you say? No, I haven't seen that. Yeah, no, I haven't eaten that. No, I haven't been there either. I haven't been there. No, I've just been making sure this thing doesn't die or stop breathing. Yeah, no, I've stopped breathing a couple of times. I put a pillowcase over my own face last night. What's up? Yeah, no. Being a dad rules. Yeah, no. The kid doesn't fuck with me yet. I'll just suck my wife's tits. But Yeah, no, her tits are pretty low. She tied her shoes in them last night. I'm just kidding, but not really. No, but I'm a dad. And what's up? Yeah, our dogs hate our kid. We had to take out a second mortgage. I picked up a 5th job to pay for my kid's private school. They're not in school yet. They're still a baby, but I can see it coming, dude. I can see it coming. You know how The Weeknd says he sings about I can feel it coming? Well, I can see it coming, dude. My kid's going to have a helmet and a pill problem. But I love it. But, it's you gotta do it. That's what we're here for, right? Kirk Fox told me once, we're here to procreate, man. We're not here to make content. We're here to have kids. So you got to do that, and we'll do that. But I don't know when. Soon. Taylor Swift's dropping a new album. Shout out to my boy Travis Kelce. Travis and Jason Kelce. I played blackjack with Travis and Jason Kelce at the Big Slick in Kansas City on the last night. It was Travis, me, Jason Kelce, and Kurt Menefee. Shout out, dude. Marry, fuck, kill, fuck. That was a lineup that I'll never forget. Smoking, drinking, playing blackjack. Oh, my God. It was a NyQuil dream, dude. Shout out to the Kelce brothers and Menefee. New Heights is one of my favorite podcasts, and they just announced Taylor Swift, Travis's sweetheart, is going to be on, and she's dropping a new album on the podcast. If that's not the most viewed podcast of all time, I don't know what will be. Except for my appearance on Joe Rogan or Andrew Schultz's Flagrant. Hey, come on, you gotta have me. How about me on? I was on a Call Her Daddy. Come on, call me Daddy. But that's going to be a highly viewed episode. Even people that hate Taylor Swift's music are going to watch because she's on a podcast, and the fucking Kelce bros are so fun, and their chemistry's off the charts, and they're silly. They're the right amount of sports, movie, pop culture talk, and they have the right amount of interest in all of those said things. Europe. I'm going to Europe. We're doing one show in Ireland, August 31st at the Vicar Street Theatre. Vicar Street Theatre, August 31st, Dublin, Ireland. It's my first time there. We've got about 500 tickets left. It's a 1,000-seat theater, so we're about half sold. Go get your tickets right now. Link right there, adamraycomedy.com. Dublin, Ireland, August 31st. Cannot wait. And then we're going to Italy for a little bit. Cannot wait. Get out of town, kick it, relax, max, shooting some b-ball outside of the school. We're going to eat some pasta, and I'm allergic to olive oil, so we'll see how that goes. Last time I was in Italy, the guy was like, any food allergies? I was like, olive oil. And he goes, and walked away from the table. So we'll see how this round 2 goes, eating some pizza pie and some pasta pie. I cannot wait. Ireland, August 31st, Vicar Street Theatre, Dublin, Ireland. Come out and see your boy. And, of course, massive, massive club tour this fall. September through December, dude. San Antonio, Omaha, Nebraska, Charlotte, Baltimore, Houston, Fort Worth, Spokane, Kansas City. We're going everywhere, dude. All at adamraycomedy.com, September through December. And, of course, Seattle, we're closing things out December 19th at the Moore Theater. Tickets at adamraycomedy.com. 50% sold on that as well. It's my first big theater in Seattle, so I would be honored if you came out to see me. The Moore Theater, Nikki Glazer, Bill Burr, Ali Wong, all shot specials there. Pearl Jam shot a music video there. And now I'm going to do my first theater show in my hometown. December 19th, Moore Theater. Tickets at adamraycomedy.com for all those club dates. And we will be announcing a big theater tour, my first big theater tour, for January through April of 2026. Stay tuned for that. Coming real soon. Of course, the big Dr. Phil Live in L.A. Will be announced soon as well. It will be December 16th, so mark your calendars. I can't tell you where. December 16th. Tickets online for that soon. Dr. Phil Live from Boston is out now. Dr. Phil Live from Indianapolis with Mark Norman, Rory Scovel, Joe List, and Donna Rawlings is out next week. Jeremy's House with Joel McHale is out now on my YouTube. Subscribe to that. Subscribe to the About Last Night podcast. Click here on YouTube. Get it on Spotify, iTunes. Of course, check out my special. Like and subscribe on YouTube. And all the Dr. Phil Lives on YouTube.com/AdamRayComedy. ChubbyShorts.com to look like this. Enjoy the rest of the week. Enjoy your weekend. Be good to yourselves. We'll see you soon, guys. Good night, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye.